Well, hello everybody. I feel like today's camera angle is slightly awkward, but I'm not going to worry about it. I am just going to review Third Daughter by Kaye Quinn. This is the first book of the series, The Darien Affairs, and it is described as steampunk goes to Bollywood. I love this descriptor even more because it's actually true. So much of the story reminded me of the film Jodha Akbar about a Hindi princess being forced into a peace-brokering marriage with a Muslim emperor that I instantly felt the presence of Bollywood inspiration. Throw in some rumors about a flying machine, some military intrigue, family secrets, and personal metamorphosis, and I am one happy camper. Princess Aneri of the powerful Darien Empire is days away from her birthday and the freedom it will grant her from the Queen's court and to marry whomever she pleases. Specifically a handsome courtier whose kisses she steals in the moonlight. Cue the arrival of Prince Malik of the barbarian mountain country Jungali, with an offer of a peace-brokering marriage between himself and the Queen's only remaining eligible daughter. Granted, for the first several chapters, Third Daughter felt like your run-of-the-mill princess forced to marry for duty while she's secretly in love with another story. But no! I learned pretty quick that Quinn did not want to stick with run-of-the-mill. Torn and bitter, Princess Aneri confronts her mother. This is when the Queen tells her that she doesn't want her daughter to marry the Jungali prince, she wants her to spy on him. Things got incredibly interesting from there. With her devoted maidservant and a bodyguard who has always despised her, Aneri wades into enemy territory. Her mission is to learn whether the sky ship actually exists and bring the information back to her mother before the wedding. After that, she'll be free to marry the man she loves. Until then, she can't tell him the truth. I fell in love with this world. It's rich with Eastern culture and influence, like an exotic spice in an otherwise traditional buffet. People have been talking a lot about needing diversity in books. I would start here. There was only once or twice where an English colloquialism caught me off guard. The infusion of steampunk and Bollywood felt so natural together and so beautiful that I'm actually shocked I haven't seen this done before. I will be interested to see how far the other two books in the series will delve into this world and whether we'll start seeing countries that are influenced by other cultures, not just Indian. But if we just stay with the three queendoms presented in this first book, I will still be very, very happy. That's another thing. The three most powerful countries in this world, all ruled by women. I would classify Third Daughter as a military intrigue romance, and I was very happy to find it clean. There's lots of kissing, certainly, but Quinn doesn't go beyond that. She did the love story great justice without ever diving towards the steamy romance side of the pool. For this, a million kudos. Another thing I loved about the romance is that the love triangle is not overdone, over-emotional, or tacky. There is definitely a love triangle. It never felt like a high school drama, teen movie, soap opera kind of love triangle. One of my major peeves about love triangles is that someone is always being unfair or unfaithful or just downright insensitive to somebody else that's in the triangle. I have a very hard time sympathizing or empathizing with a character who is unfaithful or insensitive in a love triangle situation, and so I was very glad to see that this did not happen in Third Daughter. Princess Aneri had wonderful depth and development. I loved watching her grow throughout the book. Not just emotionally and in confidence, but into a genuinely better person. She constantly feels ashamed in the presence of Prince Malik because he is so focused on doing everything that he can for his people and sacrificing whatever he has to get that, whereas she is a little more self-centered and she's been thinking a lot about herself and not necessarily about her country, and so she constantly feels ashamed in his presence. I loved how much she learned from him, and I love that we have the potential of seeing her grow and learn even more further on in the series. Even better, all the supporting characters had their own depth and development while contributing to hers as well. I didn't see any flat characters, and I cheer for that. I cheer for it. Woo! Yeah. It had a very satisfactory ending while leaving several open-ended elements for the future book in the series, so it's definitely not a standalone novel, but it's not really a Percy and Annabeth falling into Hades kind of ending either. In short, I had incredibly high expectations for this book, and it did not let me down. Third Daughter by Kaye Quinn gets 4 stars, and yes, you should absolutely read it.